Well, thanks for showing me the ropes, Jazz. No, thanks for everybody coming. Pretty excited about how we played today. Pregame we just talked about we don't care who we're playing. Once the lights are on, we're coming to show Lady Bear basketball, and it doesn't matter if it's the best team in the country, the worst team in the country, or whatever. So we just really wanted to work on us and showcase our new style of play, and I think we did that pretty well.
Coach, you talked about on Saturday that you thought the team had some nerves going into just a little scrimmage there. Did it start 21-0 tonight? Did you see any nerves at all?
No, I think Saturday was great because we got those jitters and a little bit of anxiety out. My players they're under a lot of pressure. Just because of how great last year was, and we didn't have the best start last year, so they kind of put a lot of pressure on themselves because they don't want to repeat the beginning of the season, but they definitely want to repeat the end of the season. So it was just more so just getting our nerves under control and just doing what we've been doing since when? I guess the beginning of May or June.
Coach, this is a type of game where you're able to get in a lot of offensive schemes, lots of players on the court. How do you feel that went tonight as far as being able to do what you wanted to do out of this game?
I think it went well. We wanted everybody to touch the floor and have some success. I think we're going to be a deep team this year, so we are going to play a lot of people. But I wanted everybody on the bench to get a chance to showcase themselves as well. I think we worked on some different lineups. I think we worked on some plays we needed to execute. We worked on our transition game, which is a huge part of what we do. So I'm pretty pleased with what we had going on.
Coach, starters went 24 for 31 from the floor. Helps a lot when somebody goes 10 for 10. Talk about your starters and what you thought of the new lineup.
Jazz did not miss a shot today, so that helps our percentage big time. But I love our starters. I love our team all around. But I think we're pretty big and athletic in our starting lineup, and we got posts that can score inside and bury people and rebound, and we got some guards that can be triple threats on the perimeter, but also can post. So I just think we have a lot of versatility on our team, period, but definitely in our starting lineup. So, some of the sets that we were running kind of catered to that.
We also saw that new system on the defensive side. You forced 30 turnovers, get 10 steals. What did you like out of that side of the court as well from your team?
We can always get better, but I did like, we had 40 points off of turnovers. That's pretty impressive. We threw in the press a little bit. We didn't want to do it too much since we were up by a pretty good gap. But I wanted just to see how we looked in our press because I do think that we're athletic. I think we can disrupt other people's offense. I liked our rebounding. I liked some of our help side when we finally got it. But I think defensively we can kind of wreak havoc because we're long, we're athletic. So I was impressed with that, and I was impressed with our press because honestly we haven't worked too much on that. So I was happy to see that have some success.
You talked about how you want to go up tempo all the time here. Just what do you like from that today? Because it seemed obvious from the start.
Yeah, we played fast. I thought we ran our lanes pretty well. We want to play up tempo, but we actually have an organized break that has options, and we drill that to death. So they know it like the back of their hand, but we executed it tonight. So I like that. I like that we were forced to turnover so that we could run. So if we can score without, they try to play some zone too. So if we can score before they set up the zone, or if we can score fast before they even know who they're guarding, that's always a benefit for us. So I liked it. I thought it looked pretty good.
Maya, how about your first start? Talk about your play today.
I was actually kind of nervous, but because I have some pretty big shoes to fill with Danielle for sure. But being under her last year, she took me under her wing and showed me a lot of how I should play. She built my confidence, and especially this coaching staff, they've really built my confidence a lot with the drills we do. And Coach Mox is very approachable. She's always telling me what I need to work on, and it makes me want to just improve. So.
Does this system fit your style of play a little bit more up and down the court like this?
For sure. I love playing fast, and that's what they push and they drill every day in practice. They want to push in transition and then get an option, which is how I like to play. And I think our team obviously is really athletic, and we can do that. So.
Jasmine, what about you? We talked about the 10 for 10. You talked preseason about being excited to get out there. Now you get your first kind of real organized opportunity, and based on the stats, took pretty full advantage of it.
I would say that I was really excited to be on the court, finally playing someone else besides our practice players or ourselves, and just playing together all around. And yeah.
Maya, 25 assists, 8 of those are yours. We know you got tunnel vision and you see the floor really well. What's your confidence level in passing to your teammates as they've gotten used to that? You know, they gotta be ready to catch that ball, so how do you feel about that with your team?
I feel like definitely this year there's way more chemistry, and it helps when you have like Jasmine and Post and other players that run and can go get the ball, you know. But I think we definitely in practice, we just push, and every day in practice we work on that, so I just have built that chemistry with them, so it makes me way more confident, you know.
Running the offense, is that leadership role one that you thrive on out there on the basketball court?
For sure. It's something I definitely need to get better at in ways, but Coach Mox and then they keep telling me what I need to improve on, how I can be a more vocal leader, and it's definitely building chemistry, I feel like, with them, and then knowing how to approach each player is something I really care about. So, but I love it. I think this year it's something that I need to embrace, and I think I'm trying to embrace that, and especially after Danielle's leadership. So she's taught me a lot being under her last year and seeing her success and how she was. I definitely want to strive for that.
Maya, what kind of advice did Danielle give you along the way last year?
She always told me just to be confident, play loose, and she always made sure that if I made mistakes, she's like, you're good. It's like quick memory, you know, like forget it. And I think that's something I try and take into this year. Being confident for sure, and not thinking about my mistakes, but thinking how I can get better, thinking what I can do better off of that. So I really try and push off of that.
Coach Abby put up some huge numbers for you. 5 for 5 from the floor, 8 rebounds, 10 points, 5 assists, no turnovers, and 4 steals. I mean, put up a lot of good numbers for you.
She did, and I've talked about Abby a lot. You know, we have, the media wants to talk about Jazz and Willie and Em and Bryce and Maya and all that, but Abby's like the glue, and she just does whatever it takes to help the team be successful. And I've actually been preaching to her to be more selfish, to take more shots. But she's the kind of kid that wants to make the extra pass. She wants to get somebody else involved, so you just got to respect that. And she does the, dirty work. And so I loved her stat line. I said it in the locker room when we walked in and just kind of commended her on that.
What about her twin, the freshman Trinity? What do you think of her game, her first performance in front of the home crowd?
Trinity offensively, when she's shooting that ball, she has ice in her veins, and I think, that's what makes her special. She's a great shooter, and she showcased that a little bit, but I think where she needs to get a little bit better is just getting stronger in the post, and you always see that coming from high school. I mean, that's the biggest difference. Everybody's bigger, stronger, faster, so those are some of the things that she's working on, but, you can always count on her to hit a shot. She's going to talk, she's going to work hard, and I think she has a bright future here.
You mentioned ice in the veins. Emily Gartner, 2 for 2 from 3. Is that something we can look forward to more this season?
I hope so. We work on it with all our post players, to be honest. If you can stretch the floor, and make people guard you out there, then you got to go one-on-one inside, So we don't want people to just be able to double us and we can't hit an outside shot. So we work on it with all of them. So I hope all of them will soon be, going at least 2 for 2 from the 3.
Jasmine, new coaching staff tonight, first appearance in front of fans. How much do you guys kind of want it for them?
I guess just to show out like everything with our new coaching staff, what we've been working on in practices and before the opener. Like the opener was fine. I mean, we had our jitters, as she was saying, but wanted to show what we could really do, and this coaching staff has really improved us.
Coach, what's the message now? You played this team, you've got a little tougher team Friday, and Minnesota's a much different team. So what is your message this week as you prepare for the opener coming up next week?
Yeah, I just told them it's about us. Honestly, I don't care who we play. We're going to play the same way. We're going to bring the same effort and energy. We're going to have the mental toughness. We're going to have the physical toughness. We're going to rebound, play our basketball, play up tempo, make the extra pass, all of that. Lady Bear basketball is what we're going to do every game. So even though we have another exhibition coming up, it doesn't matter to us who we're playing. We're just going to play the same way, keep working on us, keep our defense to look even better, on Friday, because we're going to work on it. So it's just going to all prepare us for Minnesota and then the rest of the non-conference, and then, hopefully we make a run in conference, and then it'll prepare us for postseason.
Coach, you said you were excited about coming out here, first game in front of JQH Arena. Just how did it feel going into it? What was kind of the day like, and when you finally heard your name announced here?
I was so excited. I was like ready to sub in, honestly. Before the game, I was telling them, I was trying to keep my emotions, and I felt like I was going to jump out of my skin. So I was reading, going over the scouting report and all that, and I had to kind of just calm down, but then I tried to get them fired up too. So, you know, I'm somebody who's just super passionate. I like energy. I preach that all the time to them. So, you know, sometimes you just got to control your energy a little bit. But I was so excited I couldn't sleep last night. You know, I'm one of those people. So, honestly, hearing my name, I turned around and looked at my husband, and he was kind of like getting a little emotional. So that was a cool moment. But after that, it was just game time.
It couldn't have gone any better tonight too, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great game. I'm proud of them. You know, I told them that before and after the game. So it's a, you know, great stepping stone, and we just got to keep getting better and, you know, keep at it, honestly. I just think I told them, I think this can be a very special season for us. But we're not there yet, and we don't have to be there yet. But when we get there, I think it's going to be very special.
Coach Max, congrats. You guys look bigger, stronger, faster already. So I can tell you all have been working really hard. Does it surprise you, but you know, because it is early, you got to find those things to work on. You shot, you know, 68.7 from the floor, but not so much from the free throw line. Is that what you expected, or is that just a fluke tonight?
Honestly, we almost shot 70% from the field. That's crazy. And, you know, basically 55% from the three. Those are high numbers.
Those are really high.
Yeah.
Tom said Lincoln's best defense was when you were at the free throw line.
Yeah, and our free throws, you know, we're going to talk about it in practice because I didn't expect that. We do a lot with free throws. We do a lot of pressure free throws. There's a lot of running on the backside of that. So I didn't expect that, but I mean, it is the first time under the lights. I mean, I think that we did a good job overall, so we'll just keep working to get better.
That was an unusual number, I thought, too. So.
Yeah.
Is that something that's, you guys have to do a lot, shoot extra free throws after practice, especially like if you don't, you know, do well in the game? And do you enjoy shooting free throws?
I don't. I get out there and like just being by myself, I guess I get really worked up, and then yeah. But we work on it in practice all the time, pressure free throws, and we run if we don't make them, and I feel like Thursday's going to be a running session, considering the fact we didn't do too hot, but we made it up with our defense and offense, so maybe not too much. Please.
Anything else? All right. Congrats,
All right,
guys.
thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.